How's it going, YouTube? I'm your incredible host, Anime Alchemist, and welcome to my channel. Now, this is the first episode, which means that this is the introduction episode. I'll just be explaining how my channel is actually going to work. So, a little bit of a backstory. In about 2016, I believe, I went to Perth Supernova. Now, Supernova is this massive expo that happens in Australia. It's video games, movies, anime, and comic books merged into one big nerd superfest. It's where a lot of stores can come together and sell all the merchandise. There's artists, there's voice actors, and of course actors there that you can meet and get their autograph. It's just one big nerd fest, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, in 2016, I was just sort of trolling along. I got my hands filled with bags, which are filled with figurines and just collectibles that I purchased while there. And I sort of just walked past the anime section. It's just, I didn't really see anything of that interest. But there was one store that was a bit different from the others. It was very basic, and it only had about 7 animes to actually choose from. Granted, there were big bulk stacks of the animes, but that was really it. It was just about 7 animes. And one, of course, caught my attention because if you take a look here, I should say there's a couple reasons why it caught my attention. And I paid $50 for it. I took it home and I just forgot about it, honestly, for like over a year. I went back in 2017 and did the exact same thing again. I was just walking past, and one particular DVD just got my attention again, and that was High School DxD. And I just sort of forgot about them both for the next couple months. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch this. I actually went and got some popcorn. And okay, I was watching The Queen's Blade, and I fell in love with it. Not only have the graphics changed so much in the past 5-6 years, but this was the first fan service anime. I was not expecting there to be full-on nudity, and there was, and I loved it. But other than that, the storyline, the character development, everything about this anime made me want more. And then the same thing happened with High School DxD. And from there, I went and purchased the sequels to them. And I absolutely love them as well. Granted, these sequels are like $50 each, which is not cheap. But that's exactly what I did. And then one day I was like, okay, I want the 3rd season of The Queen's Blade. I looked it up. There's an Australian seller, $70. I was like, okay, I want it, but do I really want it that badly to pay $70 for it? You know. But then I went on eBay and I looked up instead of going .com.au, I just hit .com. For the worldwide eBay, and there was The Queen's Blade. Now this was an off-brand version of it, as you can see. I mean the book itself is quite thin, but I got it. This was $15, mind you, and not only did it have season 3, it had seasons 1 and 2 and all the little specials. This had everything on it, and the graphics were almost as good as the standard definition, and it was a fraction of the price. So every now and then I was buying one-off little animes like that. Sometimes there were animes that only are like that. Say for this one, for instance, this Showman example, they only make this type. There is no expensive version of it. This is the one-off type, as well as compared to like Monster Musume, where this is an off-brand version of it, where the actual standard edition is quite expensive, same as like the Queen's Blade or something like that. Anyway, it's a fraction of the price. It's almost as good. And for the last, every few months or so, I would buy maybe one, if that. But the last several weeks now, things have changed. I don't know why, but my peak in the anime has just, skyrocketed because maybe I simply watched some on Netflix or something. I don't really know, but for the last several weeks now, I've just been buying them every single week. I look forward to buying at least one a week. And considering the rapid actual delivery they come for some reason, I don't know why it's so fast. It only takes usually from Malaysia or Hong Kong or Japan, it only takes like 2.5 weeks, which is surprisingly fast. That's ridiculously fast for anything that I've purchased offline. 2.5 weeks, which means that I'm buying at least once a week. So I've usually got one showing up that week and another 2 more, most of the time, 2 more on their way. If not more, because sometimes I might even buy 2 that week, sometimes even 3 that week. And that's kind of what's been happening. As you can see, this pile here has been growing. There's actually 2 piles here. This one here is all the animes that I've watched. and these are ones that I have not watched as well. Another fun fact is that some of the animes actually do come with a free gift. Now, the free gift is always a placeholder. Was it for books? What's it called? Or whatever that is. It's a bookmark. That's it. It's a bookmark, which is an anime one, but it's not really that interesting. But sometimes if you read the description more, it will say free anime, which is what's been happening here. I've got 5 free animes right here. 3 of them are just like the first editions, but here I've got a couple here, which is like season 2 and season 5, which is kind of means that I'm gonna have to go out and obviously buy them. But over time, every episode, I'm going to have these both stacks in each episode, and this one should grow bigger. This one will fluctuate a lot, but this one will gradually grow bigger over time. And it'll be kind of fun to see just how much anime I've been watching, because there'll be an actual mathematical scale for you to actually see how much is growing and how much this is growing as well. So how my actual channel is going to work? Well, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to review an anime. It's just like that. I'm going to watch it, I'm going to review it, I'm going to break it down, I'm going to explain. Maybe sometimes I'll give a rating out of 1 to 10 for certain aspects, for storyline, for character development, the universe is created, possibly graphics. They're not much of a big deal to me, but they are to some people, so yeah. But every anime will receive a 1 to 10 scale, and simply put, I'm going to tell you whether or not you should actually buy this. And of course, every episode is going to have clips of the anime itself, and I'm going to try to describe it as best I can. And that is really it. I mean, now, if you've got any recommendations at all, I would love to hear them for animes that you want me to review. I really look forward to that as well. And not only that, you can't actually see it, but there's actually a ton of figurines around here. I've got more video game figurines than anime, but that is surely going to change as time goes on. So when I actually do a review, let's say I want to do High School DxD, I will go over to my shelf over there and I will pull out my High School DxD figurines. And if they're in the box, I might even break down the box and show you the insides of the content, so it will be a box opening scene as well. But that's essentially how my YouTube channel is going to work. I'm going to try to, liven things up in some way. But that is essentially it. So I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I look forward to actually making this channel itself, because quite frankly, anime is kind of awesome. Anyway, you know who I am. I'm Anime Alchemist. So I'll catch you later, YouTube.